Important investor warning. This content is not intended as financial or investment advice. This analysis is based on market readings and technical indicators and is for educational purposes only. First, let's clarify one very important point. When Bitcoin begins a strong rally, it is always a signal for the entire market to take off. This is exactly what we are currently witnessing. Bitcoin has surged suddenly and rapidly in a very short period, reaching historic highs that we had never expected so quickly. A few days ago, we were closely monitoring Bitcoin's weekly candlesticks. Expectations indicated that we needed a strong weekly close to confirm that the market was poised to take off. Indeed, the weekly candlestick closed above very critical levels, approaching the $110,000 area, indicating massive liquidity entering the market. This liquidity, which has entered through Bitcoin, is bound to spread to other cryptocurrencies. The relative calm we are currently witnessing in altcoins is merely the calm before the storm. Bitcoin usually starts to rise, followed by the rest of the market, once Bitcoin's dominance begins to decline. This is what we are watching for now. Bitcoin dominance is still at its peak, but it's beginning to show slight signs of weakness. This is a very positive sign for altcoins. Once this indicator begins to decline clearly, altcoins will explode in unprecedented numbers. We now have currencies that have already begun to move, albeit modestly, but they are showing relative activity compared to the past period. A notable example is Ripple XRP, which has shown a significant rise from support levels and appears poised for a new wave of momentum. We also note that some projects, such as CEC, have begun to move strongly. This particular currency has risen more than 160% from its bottom, indicating that the market is beginning to chart the next upward trend. The most important message here is, don't rush to profit, and don't despair of patience. The market requires a lot of patience, especially during accumulation phases. The past few days have been a very clear consolidation phase, following the market's declines since February and March. Unfortunately, some sold at a loss last month, while others exited the market at the worst possible time. This stems from impatience and panic over temporary declines. Hence, we always say, don't sell at the bottom, don't buy at the top. Let's take Ripple as an example of a technical and analytical indicator. If Ripple breaks the $4.5 level, the next target will be between $8 and $12. These numbers are not arbitrary, but rather based on careful technical analysis and previous patterns from last November. Of course, all of this depends on the decline in Bitcoin's acquisition. The lower it is, the greater the opportunity for altcoins to achieve strong gains. Therefore, we recommend monitoring the Bitcoin dominance indicator daily, as it is key to the overall market movement. And those who remain hesitant could miss out on a lot. The key point we always focus on is portfolio management. Don't put all your capital into one currency. Spread your investments across at least 20 currencies with 5% of each to ensure the lowest possible risk. Keep your nerves and don't rush. Markets don't move overnight. A real rally usually takes weeks or even months, but it's a steady and strong rally. Current support and resistance levels indicate that Bitcoin may continue to rise above $120,000 in the coming weeks. If this happens, it will be the clearest sign that the entire market is entering a new bullish phase. I remind you again that the market is in its early stages and the opportunities are not over. The point is not to always enter the bottom, but to stick to your strategy and not be swayed by emotions. For those who prefer to participate in major events on exchanges, such as lotteries or trading new coins, there are strong events on platforms like Gate.io. Some coins are listed there before reaching major exchanges like Gabo, and sometimes they take a full year before going public. Also, launch platforms like Launchpad or Earn and Stake have become essential tools for entering new currencies. Always follow the events announced by the platform and monitor their details carefully. A concrete example of this. Some events allow you to enter new projects in exchange for trading or storing certain currencies. If you have a small wallet, this is your opportunity to make good profits without high risk. But be careful. Always use trusted platforms and do not deposit your funds into unknown or unlicensed platforms. Even with well-known platforms, do not deposit before fully verifying your account. Some users try to circumvent the system by using a VPN and changing their country, only to find themselves unable to withdraw funds later. You are responsible for your money, so be careful. We reiterate, everything we present here is technical analysis and not investment recommendations. It is your sole responsibility to read, understand, and decide. The bottom line: Bitcoin has begun a strong upward trend. Altcoins are about to break out. The bottom is over, and the market is at the beginning of a new phase. Portfolio management is the key to success. No selling at the bottom. Portfolio management is the key to success. No selling at the bottom. No buying at the peak. Stay tuned for the upcoming analysis, and we'll update you with the latest developments as soon as they occur. If you found this content useful, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share the video with your friends. Be prepared. There's more to come.